Okay. Thank you everybody for joining us this afternoon to learn about some new resources at the Montana State Library. For those of you who I haven't met in person, I'm Corey, one of your state library consultants. And we also have
And I'm Cara, another one of your state library consultants.
And you all likely know Tracy, our third consultant. So this is just intended to be a quick informational webinar for everybody. I think most people have been to our webinars before, but if you'd like to rename yourself and your town or county library, and then please put questions in the chat. This is your new resource roundup with us. There we are again. Really, objectives today are pretty simple. It's just for us to share these new resources with you as directors and trustees, help you feel comfortable navigating the MSL website and answer any questions you might have. The main jumping off point, I'm afraid to switch my screen now that I have it in full screen, but the main jumping off point I'm going to show you right here is just the library development page. From the MSL homepage, services to libraries, library development brings you right here. Most of the resources we're talking about are going to fall under these trustee or directors pages. We're not going to toggle back and forth due to my fear of, like I said, oh, see, here's my fear happening in real time. But let's take it away, Cara, on the website.
All right, so we are going to start with the policy handbook, and I'm going to be putting these links in the chat unless somebody beats me to it. So policy handbook, we wanted to highlight some resources that are going to help you and your board with setting and reviewing policies. This is a frequently asked question. And so first we have this policy development handbook, which goes over the basics of what makes a good policy, how to create a policy, when to create a policy, and then how to implement the policy, and then how and when to review your policies. And we include a template in the appendix to help guide your policy review. So as a reminder, per public library standards, your board should be reviewing every policy at least once every 4 years. And then we also have a policy on policies template, which explains the policy making and review process for your library. And you're welcome to download that document and adapt it for your own purposes as well. You'll find that at that link that I put in the chat.
Awesome, thank you. Next up, we have refreshed the library director handbook. If you're a newer director or an old hat director, the handbook is really helpful and has just been updated recently. So especially if you're an old hat director, please click on the new library director handbook just to see any changes that were made and consolidated. It's a really great resource that covers a lot of different ground for directors, but you can always ask your consultants, but a lot of times the information that we give you is pulled directly out of these resources. And I'll drop that in the chat as well.
Here's another handbook. So earlier this year, we worked with a group of public library directors and created a public library facilities handbook. And the purpose of this handbook is to share guidance and resources for a variety of facilities management and planning responsibilities, starting with day-to-day facilities management to all the way up to high-level planning for working with architects, major renovations, construction projects. So the handbook also includes information about how to create a building assessment, like a preliminary architectural report, and how to find resources to help you with improvements like energy efficiency and historic preservation and landscaping and accessibility.
Okay, I promise we're not going to only share handbooks, but the handbooks are a pretty big part of um, training materials that we offer. One of the biggest handbooks that is helpful to communities is the trustee handbook. It was previously two handbooks, like an intro handbook, which was still many, many pages long, and then a going deeper once you've kind of established yourself as a trustee. That's now been consolidated into one handbook, and really focuses just on what you need to know. It does contain best practices and resources along those lines, but it's now only one volume, which we hope is less daunting to trustees. We also have great board meeting resources, including info sheets for open meeting and public comment. And another new one is the role of the board chair info sheet. These are short resources that are easily digestible, can answer some of the most commonly asked questions, and is especially helpful as new trustees are onboarded or new trustees become board chairs. So when that changes, which I know for a lot of people just changed over in July, the role of the board chair is really, really helpful and good for good to be shared with your trustees. I'm sorry.
Okay, we have a page dedicated to personnel management and personnel support. There's the link in the chat. And on the personnel support page, you'll find a short video, which is also on the State Library YouTube channel about personnel management. And of course, we have a few handbooks for you. We have, as Corey already mentioned, we have the updated versions of the director and trustee handbooks, which dedicate some space to talking about personnel issues. We also have handbooks on some specific topics. Most recently, we just published a handbook on succession planning, both for the director and for your staff. We have a handbook on new staff member onboarding, how to prepare for a new staff person, sample library job descriptions for when you need to write or revise a job description. And we also have the Public Library's Compensation Handbook, which is a supplementary guidebook to the dashboard on our website, the Compensation and Salary Study. We did a webinar about that pretty recently. So you can find that webinar on our YouTube page, and then you can find the dashboard and the guidebook from this personnel page. And the compensation study handbook and dashboard are intended to help library staff to be able to compare their salary with similar positions, both in and out of libraries in your area as well as statewide, and to be able to prepare for a salary adjustment conversation with your board or your local decision makers.
So that really transitions well to us wanting to highlight dashboards. We love data at the State Library. We love, love, love data. And we pull a bunch of data and put it into these dashboards that make things really easy to use for libraries, the end user. There's many different ways to get to dashboards, but the easiest way is from the homepage, scrolling all the way to the bottom and then clicking on the right-hand side where it says dashboards. It has information about the library scene as a whole in Montana, staff compensation, like Cara mentioned. You can use data from these dashboards in your strategic plan. For those of you who attended strategic planning training in the last year, we really highlighted information there. if you're looking for information, we likely have it for you, and we hope to have it for you in a way, in many different formats, so that anybody can understand it. So whether you're a charts and graphs person or you like a paragraph about it, we have both.
Okay, well, Bobby's not here with us today, so I will give you a quick summary of what's been going on with lifelong learning. There's the link to the lifelong learning page. We could easily fill half an hour just talking about lifelong learning, but I will just give you a quick summary. So Bobby DeMontney is your lifelong learning librarian. She has recently made some changes to the lifelong learning page, and you can see a screenshot here on this slide. So she's reorganized and refreshed some of the content, and she's also added some cool new resources, including Beanstack. You may have heard about Beanstack if you were doing summer reading. It's a reading tracker, online reading tracker, which your patrons can use for programs like summer reading, or also like 1,000 books before kindergarten. And she's also added some new virtual plug and play programs into the virtual trunks page. And that's where you can find packets of information to help you set up a program in your library on a variety of topics. Really cool trunks, you should check them out. And Bobby has also released the virtual programming schedule for this fall and winter. I'll put that link in the chat as well. Going to be a pretty cool series. This season, the first program is about Montana's native plants with our own Montana State Library botanist, Andrea Pitt. So that's going to be super cool. So lots of things to check out on the lifelong learning page. If you haven't stopped by recently, go check it out.
Thank you, Mitch. The virtual programs are easy and excellent to do. We love that feedback. Thank you. Next up, we have the roadmap.
Oh, this is me again. Yes. So yeah, the roadmap is not brand new, but we wanted to remind people that we have this as a resource for those of you who are acing your public library standards and you're ready to go a little bit further in one of these areas. So, and if you're going to come to the fall workshop in Great Falls next month, we are going to be talking about the roadmap in detail in one of my sessions. Hope to see you there. If not, then this will just be a real quick summary and you can check it out on the website. So the purpose of the roadmap is to offer ideas for libraries that have accomplished the essential public library standards and are ready to advance in one or more areas of library development. And this is a screenshot of the ideas for board development page. So the roadmap is organized around seven different outcome areas. There's staff development, board development, providing better access to library materials, programming, increasing community awareness, improving library structure and funding, and planning and evaluation. And we've also been hosting a webinar series going more in depth on the roadmap and some of the examples that we've had from libraries that have been working on the roadmap. And you can find those recordings on our YouTube channel. And so we have the ideas laid out in two different forms. We have this cairn layout, which you see here piled up like stones. And then for those of us who love a spreadsheet, we have a table format, and it's exactly the same information. It's just in a more linear layout. So the ideas on this page, you can choose one. You can come up with your own idea to meet this outcome. You don't have to do all of them. We're just asking if you are pursuing one of these outcomes from the roadmap, we'd love to hear about it when you report on your public library standards. I know that has just closed, but even if you're starting on something this year, just let your consultant know about it. We would love to hear what you're doing with the roadmap.
And that next roadmap webinar is September 9th, which sounds really far away, but unfortunately is not. So you might think, okay, you guys have been talking about the website for 1,000 years. Can you please talk about something else? Well, sure we can. We have other new state resources as well. We want to highlight some new MSL Learn courses. And this slide was made like last week or something. So it's quite possible that Collet has built new courses since then. And so other things might be popping up under new and refreshed courses to try. But so we wanted to highlight what you need to look for to see that it's new on MSL Learn. It'll say X number of new and refreshed courses to try by this red arrow, or it'll say new course with a nice exclamation point. These courses are really excellent. Everybody learns in a different format, and I think this is a really great way to incorporate a couple different things. There's like short quizzes in some, there's clips from videos. If you've watched some webinars, Collet comments, yes, she has new category just to earn credits for webinars. Oh, that's excellent. Thank you, Collet. I added a little information on here on how to log in, how to access MSL Learn. You want to log in with your Okta. If you have issues with Okta, you can submit help desk tickets. But check out these courses. They're usually relatively quick ways to get some self-paced learning in. So a policy course is coming soon. Please check that out. Other new resources, we've kind of mentioned this, alluded to it a few times, but the State Library YouTube channel, we are constantly putting videos up, not just recordings of live webinars like this, but we also make short videos on a variety of different topics. If you're not familiar with YouTube, the best way to see what's new is this latest tab under our channel. We're Montana State Library. I highly recommend you follow us. I follow us, and I follow like one other YouTube account ever. So just know, if I can do it, you can do it. But we make short videos as well as record these. So if ever you can't make it to something in person, there's likely a recording of it online. There are certain things we don't record, but those are also things that you don't get continuing education credit for. So that's kind of what's going on YouTube. You can see how many weeks ago something was. We also sort things into playlists, but that's not new necessarily. This is just a little highlight of some upcoming events that we'll be putting on. Like I mentioned, the next roadmap webinar is September 9th. Before I get into this, we want to know what questions you all might have for us about new resources. So please feel free to unmute or ask in the chat, or I'll read you off this list of what's coming up.
Or are there any resources that you would like us to develop? Anything that we are not yet offering?
Library related.
Yeah, it has to be library related.
I don't know if anybody else is having trouble, but I can't seem to get, oh gosh, BAC to jive with what I'm doing, weeding wise. Like I'll run a weeding list and then we'll go back and relook, and we've got things that haven't been checked out for ages, and it's not showing up on the, and so I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong, which is quite likely, or what. So maybe something like that.
You're talking about the BCA reports for the shared catalog?
Yes. Sorry.
No worries. Too many acronyms. I will make note of that and pass that along to shared catalog staff. Thanks, Mary.
Yeah, you know, a sheet that would really help is acronym sheet. It's taken me forever to figure it all out.
There is one somewhere. If I can find it. When I first started, I like read it every morning as I ate my Cheerios. Just kidding. A question, how much of what we've shown requires an Okta account to access? Only MSL Learn. And you don't even need a YouTube account to watch YouTube. Isn't that amazing? What other questions do we have? Quiet group on here today. So upcoming, we have a lot of opportunities for education. There's a few more roadmap webinars coming up September 9th and October 7th. We talked about fall workshop, September 15th and 16th in Great Falls. We have a few more legal topic webinars as part of a series with Chris Goss coming up in September on personnel questions and laws and conducting executive session in a public meeting. You can find all of these and their Zoom links on Aspen. You will see them come through your email in the form of newsletters. I think that's it as far as upcoming events we want to share. We always, always, always love your feedback. If you wouldn't mind filling out this evaluation survey. And please take the next couple of minutes. We're still 10 minutes shy of the half hour, but we'd love to hear your questions or ideas. Thank you, Mary, for sharing Blue Cloud Analytics. And I really will find that acronym sheet, just not while I'm screen sharing. It's a little too stressful for me. The Broad Valley Federation meeting. I can answer that for you, Julie. The Broad Valley Federation meeting will be September 25th at 10 a.m. online. That is also the same day as the Golden Plains Federation meeting. The South Central Federation meeting is September 13th. The Pathfinder Federation is October 2nd, and the Sagebrush Federation meeting is October 6th. I do not know offhand the Tamarack Federation meeting, but Cara does.
Yep, that's the evening of Thursday, October 16th.
The next commission meeting will be October 7th in Belgrade at their community library. All of these dates are in Aspen. I've spent a lot of time looking at the calendar in there recently. Yeah, meetings and materials will be posted to the Aspen calendar. Thank you all for making the time to serve your libraries and your communities and learn more resources and information to best serve your libraries.
Please be in touch if you have ideas about the kinds of resources you would like to see us working on. We are always interested in hearing from you, and we want to keep our resources fresh and relevant for your needs. So thanks for joining us.